everybody. In SPAG this week, spelling, punctuation and grammar, we are going to go right back to basics and we are going to be looking at some of the most basic punctuation that you will have learned in year 1 and year 2. Full stops, question marks and exclamation marks. Although they sound like they're quite easy, we do struggle with them sometimes, so it's good just to recap them so we can use them in our writing a bit more as well. Just to recap, of course you can identify these. Now, we have looked at these a little bit in English lessons. The main thing that I want to point out that a lot of people seem to forget is all of these are a version of a full stop. Now, if you look here, I've put a circle around the full stop. At the bottom of each of these punctuations, there is a full stop. All of them have the same purpose. They are all used to finish a sentence. That means that after them, we always, with no exceptions, always have a capital letter after an exclamation mark, a question mark, or a full stop. No exceptions. However, we use them all for different reasons, and we're going to learn a bit more about that in this virtual lesson, and you're going to be practicing those skills throughout the week with the Kahoot quizzes I will be setting. So, a full stop. A full stop is the most common way of ending a sentence. Now, we use a full stop as long as a sentence isn't asking a question or using a really strong feeling or emotion. So, we use a full stop generally for what we call a declarative, which is basically just information, an information sentence. The dog ran home, the boat sailed away, I enjoyed my ice lolly. Whenever we're just giving information, we use a full stop. You should all be really clear with these, although we do struggle at times, but full stops are the holy grail of punctuation. You need them. Now, what I've done is I've given you here a sentence without any full stops. Now, it should be really easy for you to see. This is actually a year 2 PowerPoint that I've given you to recap this. It should be really easy to see where the full stops belong because there's actually capital letters in there. Your task is to write this down on a piece of paper, these sentences, but I want you to add the full stops in the correct place. I want you to pause the video now and add the full stops in for me. Okay, now you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to double check your sentences. Okay, so what you should have said was this. So look how the full stops go before the capital letters. Okay, the lion cubs were only 1 week old. I'm giving information, it's a declarative, so I use a full stop. The mother looked after them carefully. Another full stop, it's information. All of these sentences are information, which is why I need a full stop. Now, question marks. Now, it sounds unbelievable that people would forget this, but they do. A question mark ends a sentence that's a question. Now, these could be simple questions like, what is your name? Question mark. But, and all of those write in real words. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. But sometimes, if we're using informal, we use a question that starts with something different. So you might say, you're going to school, aren't you? See you later. And it's all about the way we use our voice. Now, I can say, I'll see you later. That's information. But if I change my voice slightly and I say, I'll see you later, I'm asking a question. I'm basically saying, will I see you later? So you've got to think about how a question or how a sentence is being used, how it's being said, because sometimes something that seems like a standard sentence can be used as a question. Just about the tone of voice. Anything that you're asking for a response or you're asking for more information is a question. It needs a question mark after it. Okay? Now, sometimes we use what's called an indirect or reported question. So here it gives you the information. Peter asked Michaela to marry him. if I was writing Peter's speech, it might say, "Will you marry me?" Question mark. But because we're reporting, we're not actually asking the reader the question, we're giving them the information on what was said, we use a full stop. Same with this one. I'm wondering if you were going to laugh. Full stop. I'm giving you information about what I'm wondering. Rather than asking a question, are you going to laugh? Question mark. Okay? So, a good way to remember how to write or recognise a question is by thinking of the writing wheel, the who, what, where, when, why and how. So I'm giving you some examples here. How are you feeling today? Question mark. Why did you do that? Question mark. When will we split up for the holidays? Question mark. Where are you going? Question mark. What do you want for lunch? Question mark. Who did you see at the park? Question mark. Okay? Now, an exclamation mark. These are a bit more complicated. Now, there's some really easy way to do this. An exclamation mark ends a sentence that has a strong feeling like surprise or anger. You can also use them to show someone shouting or raising their voice. So, for example, "Hey, stop it!" Exclamation mark. "Wow! I never expected you to come. Remember, don't be late." You're giving a really firm instruction, exclamation mark. But there's a more particular way to use them as well for an exclamation sentence. Now, an exclamation sentence is a statement that begins with the words how or what. Now, you might remember from one of the previous slides that how or what can also be used as question words. If, however, the word how or what has an adjective after it, it's going to be an exclamation. So here are my examples. How amazing it was! Exclamation mark. What a fantastic day! How cruel it is to litter our planet! What an amazing summer we are having this year! How lovely it is to see you again. Now, these are difficult to use because it's not how we normally speak. But it is important that we use them in our writing because in year 6 it is one of the skills you'll be assessed against. So remember, how or what followed by an adjective is an exclamation sentence, not a question. So, your top tips. All these punctuation marks have a space after them, but no space before them. So make sure, even if we look at this here, you can see that there's not a space before the full stop, but there would be a space after it. New sentences always need capital letters, no matter which punctuation mark you choose. Just like I said earlier, all of these 3 punctuation marks have a full stop in them somewhere. These ones might have a funny hat on, but they are still using a full stop at the bottom. Okay, so they still need a capital letter after them. Do not use exclamation marks in formal speech. So if you're trying to say something in a posh tone, in a formal tone, you don't use exclamation marks because you don't want to show really strong emotion. Okay, they're my top tips. Now your final task is each day you're going to get a different Kahoot quiz. When you do the Kahoot quiz, make sure you use your real name, so me and Miss Mitchell know who've completed it. As well as that, what you need to do is you also need to make sure that you send us a message telling us when you've completed it, because otherwise we might miss it and we don't want you to miss out on your dojos. And that's it for your spag lesson. Good luck with your Kahoot quizzes. Bye bye.